Hey everybody, Leslie here with the Dave and Purdy channel. Today we're at a historic cemetery in downtown Huntsville, Alabama.
This mausoleum here is of Russell Erskine. If you've ever heard of the company Studebaker, this guy was actually the CEO of the company back in the day. When the company closed, it went bankrupt, and he was CEO during that time. He actually committed suicide, and this is where he lays rest today. Back when we were teenagers, we would come up through here at night, and you could shine your headlights on these doors, and you would actually see angel wings up on these doors. Just by the shadow of your headlights would make such a strange, so hard to give you an idea of what it looked like, but it was so weird to see. But also on the side of this mausoleum, for years, you could see a red stain that went along the side of this thing. Now they've let plants grow up all around it. But during one of the tornadoes, it sustained damage on the side of it, and that red stain on that crack that run down through it, there was a folklore of some kid had flown into it, and he hit it and died. So, you know, there's always funny stories you hear that are evidently not true, but that was always the story that we heard growing up locally. So thought we'd share that with you. But kind of an interesting read if you go and read about Russell Erskine, Studebaker. If you look at this small mausoleum behind us here, there is a woman buried here in this cemetery, and her last name is Bibb. Her father was actually our second governor here in Alabama. She was poisoned, if I recall the story correctly, and she is buried in her rocking chair. So that's kind of an eerie thing. I've never heard of anything like that before, but that is the story, and it's been told here in Huntsville area many times, and it's all over the internet. So who knows if it's true, but that's the story as we've heard it. I love the looks of these old, I don't know what you would call this, but it's like a raised plot, which you see this kind of stuff down in Louisiana, but we normally don't see that up here in North Alabama area. What's kind of odd to think about is how many people are actually here walking around, jogging, and exercising, and it's like there's so much life going on here where there's a place of so much death. But it is a very peaceful place, and it's in a very safe part of Huntsville. Huntsville's a very safe and nice city anyway, but I've always thought it was kind of neat to see how many people are out here all the time just getting exercise. Here is something that's kind of peculiar for Huntsville. We have a mosaic in front of a church here of Jesus on an egg beater. That's what everybody in this area is referred to it as, is Jesus on an egg beater. This mosaic, I think, was done in the late 60s, somewhere around there. So it's pretty old. From what I understand, they're talking about redoing it, and that's caused a little bit of controversy here locally, but kind of a unique piece anyway. Puppy, you want to go somewhere? Where you want to go? Oh, pet smart, huh? You want to? Don't be barking at them people. You want to go inside? Got a cute pair of socks on this kitty, don't it? These all have socks on them too, look. Do not tap on the glass. I was just about to tap on the glass. Oh, he only got one eye. Bless his little heart. Muppy, you want to get in there with the kitties? God, it is. Looks like ours, doesn't it? We can't have but one Kiki girl in our house. We don't need another one. You want to pick her up? I only have two fears in this life, and one is being afraid of heights, and the other one is snakes. Boy, I don't care nothing about no snake. God almighty. Whew. She don't care nothing about the fish.
Well, guys, we really didn't have a whole lot to do. We wanted to go to town. We had a lot on our mind.
Yeah, we've been thinking a lot about the people in Florida and Texas and the islands. We know there's a lot of people that's struggling right now because of the hurricanes that's come through. So
we're thinking about you.
Yeah. But so today we tried to get out and break it up a little bit. We've watched too much news and seen too much sadness, and then we end up going to a cemetery.
Yeah.
But you know. Anyway, it's a very neat cemetery. You know, some cemeteries have a unique look to them, and definitely Maple Hill Cemetery is one of those. It's got people from Revolutionary War, the Civil War, of course, all the wars after that. So a lot of neat little monuments that they have there, and a lot of famous people of our area are buried there. So. Kind of neat, but
Muppy got to go.
Yeah, but she wasn't allowed on the grounds. They had a sign up saying no dogs allowed, so she had to sit in the vehicle, so she didn't get to get out and enjoy walking around with us. But anyway, the egg beater on the church thing, that Jesus on the egg beater rather. That is one of those things that if you live in our area and you need to use...
It's a point of reference.
It is. It's like we say, well, you go down past Jesus on the egg beater and take a left, and then you go by such and such, you know. So one of those quirky things that we have in our area that everybody knows and uses for reference. So it's kind of funny, but... Anyway, our area is known for actually having it's Huntsville Space and Rocket Center is what it is. Mm-hmm. But is it the world's largest or the largest in the U.S.? Do you know? Anyway, they have a lot of rocket related stuff, space stuff, anything space or rocket related. And actually, my dad did a lot of work on some of the space program stuff. So. We do want to get out there to that thing and share some of that stuff with you because some of it's fascinating. A lot of it really bores the crap out of me, and I'm sure it does Purdy as well. When we were kids, you know, if you got to go on field trips in school,
true.
That's the only place we got to go. That, and I had a kid in my class that his dad was a sheriff, so we knew we were either going to the jail this year or we were going to the Space and Rocket Center. And that's all you did.
Lucky.
Wow. Yeah, for the 5th time we get to go to jail or we get to go to the Space and Rocket Center. So anyway, we enjoyed y'all coming along with us today, and we appreciate y'all watching and giving us, we don't ask for any Patreon. All we ask for is a little thumbs up. So we appreciate it if you give us some of that, and thanks again for watching. We'll see y'all soon. Take care. Bye-bye.